Proverbs chapter 16, a study in Proverbs. The plans of the heart. The plans of the heart belong to man, but the answer of the tongue is from the Lord. All the ways of a man are pure in his own eyes, but the Lord weighs the spirit. Commit your work to the Lord, and your plans will be established. The Lord has made everything for its purpose, even the wicked for the day of trouble. Everyone who is arrogant in heart is an abomination to the Lord. Be assured, he will not go unpunished. By steadfast love and faithfulness, iniquity is atoned for, and by the fear of the Lord, one turns away from evil. When a man's ways please the Lord, he makes even his enemies to be at peace with him. Better is a little with righteousness than great revenues with injustice. The heart of man plans his way, but the Lord establishes his steps. An oracle is on the lips of a king. His mouth does not sin in judgment. A just balance and scales are the Lord's. All the weights in the bag are his work. It is an abomination to kings to do evil, for the throne is established by righteousness. Righteous lips are the delight of a king, and he loves him who speaks what is right. A king's wrath is a messenger of death, and a wise man will appease it. In the light of a king's face there is life, and his favor is like the clouds that bring the spring rain. How much better to get wisdom than gold, to get understanding is to be chosen rather than silver. The highway of the upright turns aside from evil. Whoever guards his way preserves his life. Pride goes before destruction, and a haughty spirit before a fall. It is better to be of a lowly spirit with the poor than to divide the spoil with the proud. Whoever gives thought to the word will discover good, and blessed is he who trusts in the Lord. The wise of heart is called discerning, and sweetness of speech increases persuasiveness. Good sense is a fountain of life to him who has it, but the instruction of fools is folly. The heart of the wise makes his speech judicious, and he adds persuasiveness to his lips. Gracious words are like a honeycomb, sweetness to the soul and health to the body. There is a way that seems right to a man, but its end is the way to death. A worker's appetite works for him. His mouth urges him on. A worthless man plots evil, and his speech is like a scorching fire. A dishonest man spreads strife, and a whisperer separates close friends. A man of violence entices his neighbor and leads him in a way that is not good. Whoever winks his eyes plans dishonest things. He who purses his lips brings evil to pass. Gray hair is a crown of glory. It is gained in a righteous life. Whoever is slow to anger is better than the mighty. He who rules his spirit than he who takes a city. The lot is cast into the lap, but its every decision is from the Lord. Our proverb of the day is, the plans of the heart belong to man, but the answer of the tongue is from the Lord. Verse 1. My wife and I enjoy from time to time putting together jigsaw puzzles. I've read that doing a variety of activities that challenge the brain can help I know what it is that it helps. It's right there on the tip of my tongue. Right, it helps the memory. Truth be told, while it may be helping my cognitive skills, putting jigsaw puzzles together is wreaking havoc on my patience. There are times I simply have to walk away in frustration and come back another time. And when I do, voila! There's the peace I was looking for. Finding the meaning in some of Solomon's Proverbs can be a lot like that jigsaw puzzle experience. In fact, finding wisdom seems to be a lot like a jigsaw puzzle. As it is with treasures, so it is with wisdom. Treasures are seldom found without effort, and almost never on the surface. Our verse today can be rather challenging, but let me give you a suggestion. Just like a puzzle, step back and look at the big picture. Look for the texture, the color, the pattern, as it were. Our chapter break, unfortunately, starts with verse 1, but could easily have begun with the last chapter of verse chapter 15. Back up a little and read 15:33 through 16:7. Lay them side by side. What do they share in common? It's right there. Do you see it? 8 verses in a row speak of the Lord and man's connection, or lack thereof, to him. No other section of Proverbs shares this anomaly. Coincidence? I'll let you be the judge. 15:33 begins with the fear of the Lord, and 16:7 ends this short treatise with man's ways that are pleasing to the Lord, so as to bring about peaceful relationships even with his enemies. Solomon peers into that which the Lord reckons the purpose, the plans, and the pleasing ways of man over and over against the purposes of the proud and the punishment they receive. Each of the 8 verses are intricately woven with one another so that, like a thread in a tapestry or a garment, they enhance the beauty of the whole. Like a song sung with multiple parts in harmony, one note alone gives a beautiful sound for sure, then another and another, until every note is sung and the harmony is heard in all its splendor. Knowing this helps me to grasp what Solomon is trying to say in verse 1. I'm better able to grasp this in the context of these verses. When I consider my own plans or preparations, many times they're selfish in nature, but I weigh them out. When angered, my first response might be to retaliate with anger in return. But an apt answer is from the Lord, and it might lead me to a different response. Left to my own so-called wisdom and insight, the rash answers of my own tongue can be just like the thrusts of a sword, as Solomon says in Proverbs 12:18. Hear what other companion verses in Proverbs reveal to us about our plans. Here in chapter 16 and verse 9, the heart of man plans his way, but the Lord establishes his steps. In chapter 19 and verse 21, many are the plans in the mind of a man, but it is the purpose of the Lord that will stand. Now, consider how being in a right relationship to the Lord enhances our walk, our ways, our plans, our relationships, our eternal destination. Now, I wonder, when people hear me speak, if it sounds like something the Lord would want me to say. And Lord willing, let's meet here again tomorrow.